Coming to you from Scenic to Basement at ICN Studios in Brooklyn, I'm Jana Jefferson, and this is And Friends with Jana Jefferson. Every other week, me and a new guest host each time. We're going to discuss the latest news in pop culture, the industry, life, and much more. And today's guest is none other than Taqee Bond.
Hello, good people.
Woo! How are you this fine... What is it? It's not fall yet, but we're getting
almost
there.
Yeah, it's like this is the last week of summer, right?
Yeah, I think
The 22nd.
Friday or Saturday is finally
I never know those things.
ending. I just hate summer. Summer is
really why?
It's hot. I'm a sweater, so I'm just like.
I mean, we're tropical people, so that's kind of alarming.
Hate summer. Like
I just hate heat. I like summer. I just hate.
I like the idea of summer,
which is
you're relaxed. Everything's a little bit more laid back. But we didn't get summer Fridays this year. Like we were supposed to get it, but they're just like, no, our numbers are down. But it's, oh my God, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, but it was too hot this summer. It was weird because it would go from like 99 degrees to like 42. Mm-hmm. And it was just like...
in like 2 hours.
A very miserable summer. But I'm looking forward to fall. It's
going to be a really rough winter.
Oh, without a doubt. I already got like my shoe protectant for my boots.
So do you like snow because you hate summer?
I liked the first like 2 snowfalls and then I'm like, this is too much.
This is, it's a lot.
Yeah, especially, oh my gosh, all the salt. I'm not looking forward to all that salt.
All the slush. I don't like snow, period. Like, it just... Flamethrowers are illegal. Why can't we get rid of this stuff?
And it's funny because, like, I'm a summer baby, but I'm like, no, let's just get right over summer. What are you?
I'm a spring baby. I'm an Aries.
Yes, fire sign.
I was like, what is that supposed to mean?
I'm a Leo.
Oh, okay.
So fire signs. We're like just friends.
No, we're pretty dope.
So before each episode like officially starts, we give something called the Beyonce mood of the day. Okay, so Beyonce is like everything to me. Like
I can tell.
So before the show starts, we give the Beyonce mood of the day, which is like you describe how you're feeling today using a Beyonce song, a Beyonce lyric, a costume, whatever, whatever is on your spirit today. So what would you think? What would you say your Beyonce mood of the day is today?
My Beyonce mood of the day. This is a good question. I've never in my life had to answer this before. Beyonce mood of the day. I would have to say it's either between just the whole hook from Friends on Everything Is Love and maybe a throwback Beyonce.
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, just everything she was saying in Upgrade You. She was it. Like, listen, you good, but I'm better. You good, but
honestly,
I
I love it. I just love it. Oh my gosh. Why are those your moods today?
Because today was just a really productive day.
That's good.
It was all about leveling up. So yeah, the Upgrade You part I could really see because it's like I'm just working with new things with what's the move. So I was taking our old format and looking at a new way to do it. And I'm just like, yo, this is it. This is it. We just upgraded. This is going to be the new format. So I'm excited about that. And then Friends, because I just got really good people in my corner.
That's always nice. That's always nice.
I just can't wait to get to that promised land and we could all lay back and enjoy it.
Like summer's supposed to feel.
Yeah, like a real summer. I'm waiting to have a real summer. Not a summer where I have to work and suffer in the heat.
Like, oh my God, it was a miserable. I mean, it wasn't miserable. I did have a lot of fun this summer, not gonna lie, but like, it was just so damn hot.
I did too, but when you're an adult, summer
it's
kind
like
of blends.
It blends in. It doesn't feel like a real, like when you're a kid, you're like, oh, I have summer off. I have nothing to do.
Right.
And now you're like, I have everything to do.
Now
like
I have to fit
my
in
whole
doing nothing.
Life is I have to do the whole life thing, like everything. I think my Beyonce mood of the day is a combination of two things. Boss is one of them because I had a real boss level move today. My first ever print cover story was unveiled today, and you guys can buy it on October 8th in Barnes & Noble stores.
Shameless plug. I love it.
Yeah, I interviewed Diggy Simmons.
Okay.
Fun fact, I actually ran into Diggy Simmons like maybe 2011. We went to St. Croix to visit family, and he was at the airport, like at like Newark Airport, and it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, and my sister was like, is that Diggy Simmons? And I'm like, and we just like, I kind of like peeked over and I'm like, yeah. And she's like, what should we do? I'm like, I don't know, probably nothing.
Leave him alone?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think we should bother him. So like when I was talking to him, I'm like, So like we've actually met before, kind of. And he's like, oh wow, next time like say hello. I'm like, well, it's too late now. He's like, but it was all divine intervention. It came back around. So Boss is like a big one today. And then also like this morning I just wasn't feeling it. So like in the song I Care off of 4, she has like a very, it sounds like an exasperated like, I can't even do it.
You have to now because I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, you know the song?
I'm familiar
I told
with it.
you how you hurt me, baby.
I've
okay,
overheard
so like
it.
in the middle, after the chorus, she goes, I can't even do it. Like, ah!
And that's the mood. That's how you feel.
Yes, I'm just like around 8:00. Like I was just like, ugh. I got to the office and it was just like a lot going on. So I'm just like, that is how I felt at the beginning of the day.
I'm about to say you felt like that early in the morning. That's too early to be feeling like that.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So like I don't know why I was up till like 12:30. I set my alarm for 5:55 to get to work at 8 because I live in New Jersey. Mm-hmm. So during the week I'm in New York, but on Tuesdays I come from New Jersey.
Okay.
So I didn't get enough sleep, and then I got to the office and it was just like, why do I have so much going on right now? It is 8:25. So yeah, the exasperated yell from I Care and Boss.
Did that yell help?
A little bit. But yeah, those are definitely the Beyonce moods of the day for me. So listeners, remember, I've created a Spotify playlist for the Beyonce mood of the day. Search Beyonce mood of the day and follow it, because each song mentioned by myself and my friends to start off the show have been and will be added to the playlist after each episode, so you can stay up to date on your Beyonce discography, because I think there's a solo album coming and like you girls need to be prepared.
Did you go see the show?
Yes, I did.
Did you?
I think that Jay-Z was better, which is weird. But I think
better
it's
how?
I just got more out of him. When you see like a Beyonce concert, like when she's by herself, it's just like, yes, I'm getting
she's supposedly
my full...
pregnant, so
I don't believe that, because every time they say she's pregnant, she's just like drinking wine and like raising it on Instagram. So I'm like, I don't believe it.
But, I mean, she can have 1 glass of wine a day if she's pregnant.
I don't know if that's safe.
No, it's true. Doctors say it.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
Oh my gosh.
You can Google that.
Oh, do you watch Insecure?
I do watch Insecure.
Oh, when they were taking shots and
they told her. They told.
Yeah, she's just like, yeah, my mom had a glass of rosé every day. I'm fine. So yeah, I hope she's not, because I feel like 3 is good for her. I thought blue was enough, but then she just had to have the twins. So
it's Beyonce. They're gonna make like a empire.
I don't know. I want her to just chill, just a little bit. But yeah, I think that Jay-Z was a bit better, because like when you get Beyonce by herself, it is like, oh my God, like she puts on it. Like I expected Beachella and I didn't get that,
right?
Because she had to share. So next time she goes on tour by herself, I'll be there. But if they go on another joint tour, like I'm not going, and they did a lot of the same like order as the first On the Run tour, because I've watched it so many times on HBO that I like remember. So it was like I was a little disappointed.
I got offered tickets to it, but I didn't go.
It was still good, but I was like, I want her alone. By herself is
it's
like,
selfish.
Yes,
I see.
Yes, with my Beyonce, absolutely.
It's crazy because I'm the opposite. I'd much rather see just Jay-Z.
Really? See, it's so funny because he was so like mellow, but he was like able to command the stage. It was crazy. I'm like, how do you have that kind of like energy?
That's just years of practice.
It's amazing. I'm just
learning
like,
how to do you.
I'm like, he's literally just standing there, and everyone's going crazy. And it's funny because like most people were definitely there for Beyonce, but
everybody loved Hov.
It
right?
was great. Like it was so. I forgot how many songs of his I liked.
You got
oh my God,
Hov,
Big Pimpin' came on. I lost my mind. I was like, oh my God, I forgot this song existed, because nothing's on streaming.
Right.
So I forget about them. But yeah, he was great. So the first segment of the show is called Talk of the Town, and it's just like stuff that's going on in the world. The Emmys were yesterday.
Right.
And it was real white.
I mean,
like the whole show was about diversity. They had an opening number about diversity, and there was only, I think, 3 people of color. If you don't count Darren Criss, because he, I think, is like a quarter Filipino or something, but 3 people of color total.
Well, on the actual Emmys, or like
to win the Emmys when they had.
Didn't Cat Williams win an Emmy?
Yeah, he won a daytime Emmy or no, he won a creative arts Emmy. So I think that was like supporting something or other.
I feel like somebody else black won. Who else won that was black?
All the supporting people won.
Okay.
Who were black. Well, all the people who won were black in the supporting category. So like Tiffany Haddish won one. Cat Williams won one. Someone else I forgot.
I don't know. I never thought award shows were really for us unless they're by us.
Yes.
So it's kind of like, I'm not surprised.
But it's just so funny. Like literally the whole opening number, it was like Kenan Thompson was in it and Sterling K. Brown was in it. And then like Kate McKinnon from SNL, who's like a white lesbian, was in it. And it was all about like, oh, like diversity. We solved the diversity issue because we have so many people nominated and they're so special and different. And then no one won.
It's because it's diversity. That's the hot topic
So I'm
right
just like,
now.
I can't believe you guys had, choreographed and had a whole like arrangement set up and nothing. It was just like,
It's because diversity is a hot topic. Like Nike just went up in the stock because they are implementing diversity. They're making sure diversity is clear.
I love that.
I
Honestly,
do too. But that's what everybody's
coolest.
it's gonna be the trend soon. Everybody's gonna start doing it. Everybody's gonna start talking about diversity, but not too many brands I think are gonna practice it. So
have you like ever bought a brand or stopped buying a brand when there was like those issues where you're like, wow, this is terrible and colorblind and you didn't think this through?
I still got I found out recently that Tommy Hilfiger thing that we believed all our lives is like wasn't true.
What Tommy Hilfiger thing?
That Tommy Hilfiger didn't want black people wearing his clothes. You didn't know that?
I never knew.
All right,
that.
well, don't know it because it's not true. But that didn't stop me. I don't know. I'm not really, not that I'm not political, but a lot of stuff is just kind of like, those are their opinions. That's how they feel. He's not going to stop us from wearing the clothes.
Right? And
so it's not like
what?
I have to stop.
And that's like, all these boycotts are sometimes so silly. Like when people are like, I'm going to stop buying Shea Moisture hair products. And I'm like, because there was like, Shea Moisture is for all hair types. Like you can be any color in the rainbow and have like 4C
different
hair.
type of hair, right?
Like, oh my god, that whole thing was dumb, and they're like, "Stop using Shea Moisture."
feel like
I'm gonna use Shea Moisture because it actually sometimes works.
You know what I'm saying? Like it helps me, so I got to stop using it. Like I feel bad for all the white people that are giving up Nikes because it's like
burning their shoes on their feet.
They're getting rid of so much clothes, so many sneakers. Like
people putting on Nike just to cut the swoop off and take a picture of it. I'm like,
now you're walking around with baggy socks because you cut off the band part of the
time.
Yeah.
So stupid. That whole thing. And like we just knew it was coming. Like Nike knew what they were doing.
Well, we're painting ourselves into everybody's painting themselves into a corner when we canceling everything. Because soon it's gonna be like, what's okay to like?
Right.
What's okay for us to represent? What's okay for us to?
That's like when they say everything causes cancer. I'm like, then we're not gonna eat.
We're not gonna eat anything. Exactly.
Like I'ma still enjoy bacon. I'm sorry.
So now. I gotta stop buying a certain brand because this person said this. Like, no, I'm still gonna get it.
Like I'm still gonna shop at H&M. Like granted, what they like that whole ad was like a mess. But like
like I love H&M. I gotta stop buying H&M.
Right, they have really comfortable sweats.
They got They got nice sweatshirts.
They
nice
do.
Sweats.
They really do.
They got good stuff in there.
I would totally not. Who else like have? Oh, Dove. Well, Dove's stuff leaves a weird film on your skin anyway.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
ashy.
Right. So I'm like, I'm not gonna use Dove regardless. I'm an Olay girl all the way.
We could say the NFL, for example. Like that's a big boycott.
I'm gonna stop watching football. I'm like, okay.
And
it's people. It's like
there's still millions of other people who will watch football.
The highest watched program every single year is the Super Bowl.
Right.
So are you gonna like? That's not gonna affect their ratings.
It's not
at all.
I mean, you know what it is? It affects their ratings, not enough to make them say, "Okay, maybe we should take these guys serious."
Absolutely.
Just leave them alone.
And Colin Kaepernick is still getting these checks. So
right, people just gotta. You know what it is? People just gotta like what they like.
And like everyone always has to drag like we don't have to know that you don't like something. Just don't like it and just move on. Just be quiet.
But we're in that era of social media, so it's like
oh my God.
I gotta be heard. I gotta tell everybody I don't like this, so that everybody knows that I don't like it when it comes up.
I don't like it.
Everybody thinks that their voice is like as important as the president's.
Well, who? We don't have a president.
Yeah, we don't technically.
But yeah, the Emmys were it was very disappointing, and it's sad because like a lot of the shows were great this year. Like I'm still not over that whole Teddy Perkins episode of Atlanta.
That's like the one episode of Atlanta I've only watched once because
it's too scary.
It creeps me out.
It was too scary. Do you know Donald Glover dressed as Teddy Perkins?
Yeah,
oh my God. I was like, I'm going to throw my phone out the window. He Oh my gosh! Imagine if he had won that. Him accepting that award in
as Teddy Perkins.
Ooh,
It would have
God.
changed everything.
That would have been so frightening. He was,
and he would. I bet you he would have stayed in character
the whole time.
He would have stayed in character.
Oh my God! That episode was really. I think I've only watched it once too. I had it on my DVR, but I was just like, I'm never gonna watch this.
Too much.
It was way too. It was a little too scary to watch a second time.
Yeah.
It was so good, but it was so scary.
And for it to be a Darius episode, it was perfect.
Full Darius episode.
It's perfect.
Who else did I think I only actively rooted for one person last night, and it was Darren Criss. Did you watch the assassination of Gianni Versace?
No, I didn't.
Yo, he was so good in that. He
Yeah?
played the guy who killed Versace.
Okay.
It was very, very, very well done. And I
gotta
was
check
like,
that.
I'm going to watch the Emmys to watch him win, because
Did
if
he win?
He sure did.
Okay.
And I'm like, and if he didn't win, I'm like, I'm calling the police, because like he was so in character, like from like the tip of his fingernails to like his eyeballs, like he felt that character, and he oh my God, it was so good.
I gotta check that out.
Whew, it was so well done. That's the only person I really was like rooting and happy for. I mean, I think Bill Hader won. Barry's actually a pretty good show.
Barry, I know what you're talking about.
It's actually
haven't
really
watched
good. So like I was happy, but like I would have loved to see Donald Glover win for Teddy Perkins. That would.
Wait, so Barry won over Atlanta?
Yeah. Yeah. So like for lead actor in like a comedy series.
Okay.
Barry. So Bill Hader won over Atlanta.
That's preposterous. But
Bill
whatever.
Hader's funny as hell.
Yeah, he is funny, but Atlanta.
But in I think they like for that category they use the Teddy Perkins as like the thing. So that's a shame that he.
Yeah,
didn't
Barry's
win that.
never. I've never seen Barry as a #1 trending topic anyway. So.
Well, it's probably because it's on premium and people can't afford it.
That's true too. I mean, but everybody got Hulu now, so.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What shows did you watch this year that you quite enjoyed?
I really like Snowfall.
What's
maybe.
that?
You've never watched Snowfall?
No.
Nah, we may have to stop all of this right now, watch Snowfall, and then come back to it. Like, Snowfall is great. I can compare Snowfall to The Wire. You ever watched The Wire?
No.
Oh.
I'm not really a drama person.
Oh, man. Those are two probably the greatest dramas on TV. But Snowfall is about this kid named Franklin who growing up in South Central Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. And, you know, he's tired of watching his mother struggle, tired of not having everything that he wants, so he starts selling drugs. Eventually, he learns how to make crack cocaine. And this is basically the story from the street narrative of how the crack epidemic started. Mm-hmm. Because I mean, it's loosely based off of a true story where a FBI agent or a CIA agent, one of the two, were actually giving him cocaine. Mm-hmm. Like, here you go, we'll give you cocaine, you do business with us, and you make crack. We lock people up, and it's just one big circle.
Okay,
it's a really good show though.
I think I saw previews of it when what show was that? What channel is it on?
FX.
Okay, I think what was I just watching on FX? They used to show previews of it, but I can't remember the show right now. What did I last watch? I feel like after Versace ended, I kind of like didn't watch TV.
That was it.
Yeah.
See, I don't really watch TV too much either.
I don't.
I got my series or like whatever specific shows that I like, and then I watch them on streaming platforms.
Right. I watch Insecure.
Yeah, I love Insecure this season.
Oh my God.
It's good this season.
How you feel about the last episode?
Where Lawrence gave everybody chlamydia? Nah, it was a great episode.
Woo!
It was a great episode, and I think Nathan, the
I think
new
he's a
light-skinned
felon.
dude, I think he's either a felon, because he beat up that big dude way too easily in the lift,
And
nobody thought,
and
he just got out of there.
He fled.
A lot of people don't bring this up, but he left them, and his reason for leaving was, I don't want to get shot. So you're just gonna leave us here to get shot? Is what
I
you're saying?
think he has a record.
He probably has there's probably a lot of stuff about him we don't understand.
And that's why, like, when Issa, like, he like literally disappeared again. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, nah, he has a record. Felon Bay.
But I think that then I saw the preview for it, so Issa gonna start wilding and start looking for him. But I think that,
you know what?
What happened?
Isn't he's like from Texas, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he was like looting or something during the hurricane.
Something. I don't know, something, but
something
I know
bad
there's
happened.
something. Yeah, there's something up with him, because for Issa, everything's going too good.
And he kind of looks like Prison Bay, like, you know, that like really handsome like guy who was like locked up, and his mugshot was like,
isn't he like married to a millionaire now?
Yeah, he's like super rich. He's like a
did
model.
good. He did life right.
Yeah. Yep.
did
You know
life
what?
right.
Take when life hands you lemons.
Right.
Take lemonade. Make lemonade. Put some
Make
ice.
lemon meringue pie, lemonade,
get
lemon
some
tarts,
tequila.
everything.
Make a whole party out of that.
He came up.
Honestly,
off of being a felon.
Jeremy Meeks. Did he kill someone?
It's not important anymore.
He's a model. It doesn't matter. His
Those
past
charges were
is
dropped.
irrelevant.
They couldn't prove it.
But yeah, he's cute. It's just like there's something up with him. But you know what, Lawrence, I'm not surprised.
They gotta get back together.
I feel like they'll probably like hook up or something. But I think that Issa is finally at a place where she's like, I don't have to be with him. I'm like, good.
So she says, but Issa says a lot of things.
She does. She is just always digging a hole. Like she seems to be okay, and then something goes like horribly wrong.
Issa's a whole fuck up, if we being honest.
Yes,
she is.
That's why it's like when they were having a conversation, like her and not Daniel, her and Lawrence, when she's like, yeah, I'm glad you're doing so well for yourself. I'm like, for once, she's doing better than him. Isn't that wild? And she doesn't have a damn job. Oh, no, she does, doesn't she? She got a new job. Or does she really just lift?
She just lifts.
And now
in the episode they said that she was just lifting full time.
Yeah, because like didn't she? No, I thought she had gotten another job.
She's trying to get another job.
Oh, so she's just like saying.
Oh wait, no, didn't she get?
I think she got it. She got it. Yeah, so she's like on her way, but now she probably won't even lift because of all the crimes that apparently are happening. I'm also hoping that Molly can open up her heart to Asian Bae.
I was so proud of her.
That was awesome.
I was proud of her.
Really proud.
She stopped blocking her blessings finally.
For real.
She's been her own worst enemy.
Really, she's self-sabotaging because of her own ideas of how her life's supposed to be, and it's like Asian Bae loves you, and you just met him.
Like this dude really likes you. I think you should invest your time into him. He really like you.
Asian Bae. But yeah.
We block our blessings.
All the time.
All the time.
But all this to say, the Emmys were trash, and I hope that television can get better and sort of, all the great things that have been going on television, and none of it was recognized, except for granted, greatness is subjective.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking that away from I've heard nothing but good things about Miss Maisel or whatever, the marvelous Miss Maisel. I don't know what platform that's on. I think it's on Amazon or something.
What else was on TV
this year?
Yeah, I know Atlanta had a really good season last season.
I really only watch
Snowfall,
reality television, Netflix.
Really?
It's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything else that was on TV.
Oh, BoJack Horseman started up again.
I heard that was good. My cousin's been telling me to watch that for the longest.
It's getting deeper and sadder. Yeah. But that was good. Oh my God, there's this new cartoon called Big Mouth that came out.
I love Big Mouth. Big Mouth is hilarious.
It's so funny.
You gotta watch F is for Family and
I tried to watch F is for Family and I didn't like it. I'm like, this is a little too much. Oh, and Brickleberry was a lot too.
But the people who made Brickleberry just made a new show called Paradise PD.
I saw the preview.
It's pretty much Brickleberry with police officers.
Okay.
And but it's way funnier for whatever reason. It's hilarious. Go check that out.
I'm a big fan of Stranger Things this past season.
I didn't watch the last season of Stranger Things. And I loved the first season.
It was very good. I just wish they would stop paying the kid who plays Will Dust because he's really, really talented actor at however old he is. And they're going to give Millie Bobby Brown all these nominations and accolades. And I'm like, what about Will? Will is killing it.
He was mini Bobby Brown though. No, was it Bobby Brown he played?
Millie. No, that was Caleb McLaughlin.
There you go.
He played, I think, Ralph in the New Edition story.
Yeah.
He's good too, but no, the kid who was stuck in the Upside Down.
Okay, I know you're talking about.
He got out of the Upside Down, obviously. Yeah. But this whole season, this past the second season, whoa! This kid is so good at acting.
See, I gotta go back. I gotta go back and watch everything.
Wild! It was so good. I can't give anything away because you haven't seen it. But
I watched the first couple episodes, so I just remember he was having all those flashbacks of still being in the Upside Down. Part of him was still there.
It gets better.
It gets better.
Oh my God, it gets better.
I'm gonna check it out.
It's so good. He's just a very talented kid, man. That's if I ever had a kid who was I'm gonna act. I'm if you don't act like that, then you're out. You're not acting anymore. He's so talented. Yeah, love it. But yeah, Emmys, get it together. That's basically the end.
Issa messed it up for everybody.
How so? Oh, because I'm rooting for everybody.
Yes, they knew what they was doing.
She jinxed it. This is all Issa Rae's fault.
Way to go, Issa.
Fucking up again.
Unbelievable.
So the next section of the show is questions with the guest. So tell the listeners a little bit about What's the Move is.
What's the Move is an event/social life directory that lets people know about parties and events and happy hours and restaurants and functions, all types of things going on in New York City that you would probably never hear about. I started What's the Move because I was tired of going to City Island with my friends every weekend. No, seriously. That's really why it happened. I'm so serious. I was tired of it. And I'm just like, yo, there's so much more for us to do. And at the time, I was also managing artists. So I was kind of in the loop with a whole bunch of different events and functions and stuff that were going on in the city. And I'm like, there's so much more going on. And I got to tell people about it. So I just started finding out about events, collecting emails. I made a newsletter. It was a newsletter first. And then we just started to, keep growing. So now we're just working on new things.
So nowadays, like, how do you find out about these events? Do like people reach out to you, or you just like inquire?
It's a mix. Like sometimes people will reach out to me. Like I'll get 10 events a day, or I'll just be scrolling my timeline and find 20 something events.
Wow.
There's a lot of stuff going on in the city that you probably
have no
know.
idea.
Yeah.
The other day I saw there was Beyonce karaoke, and I was like, oh my gosh, I would have never known about it if I didn't know about What's the Move.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's good to know. I'm doing something right. Yeah, but it's just it's a lot of different things. Sometimes venues will hit me up and want me to help promote an event or something like that. But I think a lot of it comes from people sending it or just me finding it on social media. Like after a while, you start following the curators and promoters and DJs, and they always post their stuff. So
that's so cool.
Thank you.
So this is all 5 boroughs?
Yeah, and it's all 5 boroughs and now New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
And we're starting to we're gonna make our way down the East Coast.
That's awesome.
Yeah, gotta spread.
Where do many of these events tend to happen? Is there like a borough that's like frequented?
Brooklyn.
Oh yeah,
everything happens in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn's like the best.
Brooklyn's like its own city. Like if you live in Brooklyn, you don't have to leave Brooklyn because
there's something to do everywhere.
You don't have to leave Brooklyn for anything, but most things happen in Brooklyn. I think the next up, of course, is Manhattan, and then Harlem. When you make your way up, there's a lot of new spots in Harlem.
I imagine the Bronx is not very
not really, but they're
probably
trying.
because it's dangerous.
Yeah, I know. I'm from the Bronx, so I get it. I completely understand. But the Bronx is getting better, especially because there's so many vacant lots like all over the Bronx, and they're starting to build buildings and apartments and stuff on top of them. So the Bronx is gonna get that same Brooklyn, Harlem gentrification treatment.
Now, I'm speaking into existence for like the umpteenth time now, but I'm like, I live in New Jersey, but like my heart is here.
In the Bronx?
Absolutely not.
Move to the Bronx. I'm telling you, it's
that's
great.
What everyone's telling me. They're just
No,
like,
I'm
when you
telling you.
move out here, like think about moving to the Bronx. I'm like, only if they gentrify, honestly.
No, it's happening like right now, and it sucks because
Which parts?
all of it.
Oh my God, because I was in, granted, I was in Highbridge. So
I mean, that's how you were in Highbridge. What did you expect?
Granted,
you heard what A Boogie and Don Q were saying in those songs. They meant that.
And I was with them when
you see
when bad things happened. So
you see what I'm saying?
So it's just like after
the Bronx is it. It's changing so much, and it sucks because it's changing right under everyone's nose. But if you just have a mind for business or a mind for real estate, anything like that, you'll notice. Like, they got a Starbucks over here now. Like, they got on 149th, the Hub, which is probably like 3rd Avenue, which is probably one of the dirtiest parts of the Bronx.
Oh,
it's like they have a Blink Fitness now.
Oh,
they're building a Starbucks.
Yeah,
they have like a co-work space somewhere. I'm like, yo, this is not the Bronx 5 years ago.
I've been told like maybe look in the Bronx. I just need to get over that fear, and then maybe I'll like try. But I love Brooklyn.
Get a dog or a pistol. It's the Bronx. There's not very many options.
Oh my God.
There's not.
I'll probably get a dog or something.
I'm from the Bronx, born and raised, so it's
which part?
I'm from Marble Hill.
Woo.
So that's 225th and Broadway along the one train, and that area is getting gentrified right now. So
I'll consider it. But I like Brooklyn the most. But now that like everyone's moving to Brooklyn, and especially now that the L train's all screwed up, everything is gonna be real expensive soon.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the Bronx is the move. Trust me, I know the moves.
What?
Trust me, I do this.
He got the moves. So, what are some difficulties that you run into with this this platform, if there have been any?
I think the biggest problem, and it actually, like I was speaking about earlier, just changing up systematically how we move, what's the move, and how we execute things, is just it's just organization, because it's a lot of events during the course of a week. So it's like just organizing and making it easier for people to find them, and making everything like making the experience for people using what's the move as simple as possible. So that's the biggest challenge. Other than that, the only other challenge is working with Taqee. He's an asshole sometimes, but you know.
Are you type A?
What?
So like you're
I
really
don't know my blood
organized.
type. What are you talking about?
No, type A, like personality. So you're like really like meticulous with things, and everything needs to be organized, and you have to be on time, and like all that stuff.
I don't know.
Or you're just more like a go with the flow.
See, it's a bad combination of both. Yeah, it's terrible. Like one day I wake up and I'm like, no, we got to do this, we got to do this, we got to do this right now, right now, right now. And the next day, be like, oh, just chill, we got it, don't worry. So
it depends.
It depends.
Okay.
It depends.
So when was it started?
2000. I want to say 14. No, 2015.
2015.
2015. We started with the newsletter.
And how many followers have you amassed since then?
It depends on the platform. Twitter is like, it's only like 4,000 followers.
Oh, okay.
But you want to know what's dope, and I'm learning about just followers and like just marketing online. Mm-hmm. People will have 10,000 followers and
get
promote
like
something
2 retweets.
and get 2 retweets, or they'll throw an event and have like 15 people come out because it's a bunch of people following them for no reason. They're just following them because the follow button, you know, because it was there. Whereas with what's the move, we're starting. Well, I'm proud to say we're averaging 1.5 million impressions a month.
Oh, excellent.
But yeah, and then you look at the numbers and you're like, but there's only 4,000 followers. It's because people are actually engaged with this content,
sharing, letting their friends know.
Sharing it, right? They're coming back to the page to look for more events. So it's like, I'd much rather 4,000 active, engaged followers that are sharing the content and really utilizing the content than 10,000 people that are kind of just scrolling past it. So I'm learning a lot about these numbers. That's I think one of the biggest parts.
Numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie, but it's hard to convince, you know, the other brands that you would want to get on as a sponsor or something like that, that you're actually making these moves, because the first thing they look at is your followers. It's like I'm dealing with that now. They look at my, but you're really dope, but your followers don't match. Yeah, but
if I had $1,
you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know how else to break it to you people that's just that way of thinking and that way of marketing just isn't.
That's not the
move. It's
not
it. It's not the move, right? Look at you.
That's not the move. Is there any, like, it's like events, it's brunches, it's all kinds of stuff. Is there anything that's like you get stuff more for?
Definitely brunches and happy hours. I think because there's so many different spots in the city. And like a lot of these venues will have their own brunches or have their own happy hours. So it's not really a curator coming in and saying, all right, I want to have this event here. A lot of the time it's just the venue. So venues will hit me up and send me all their specials for the week. Like these are all of our happy hour specials for the week. Or I'll come across 50 brunches that are happening between Saturday and Sunday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff going on in the city.
It's so funny because like it's a massive city and I think about it all the time, but at the same time it's like it's so like you want to go to as much as you can, but you're like, I don't want to overwhelm myself because it's so easy to get so overwhelmed in the city. Like last week, where was I? I think it was last Tuesday. I was like, I just need to not do anything. Like it's so easy to get overwhelmed here. For sure.
You need mental health breaks from going out, from being social. Sometimes you just need to chill.
Yeah, like it's very easy to be like, oh, like everyone, like having FOMO.
Yeah.
Like FOMO is a real thing.
Yeah.
But then you're just like, wait, I need to relax and save money. Like, this city is expensive to live in.
Very.
It's expensive to be around in. Like, I can't tell you how many times I like rarely make food for myself because I'm just like, I'm always out and getting food and all that
And
stuff.
that all that adds up. Mm-hmm. You lose so much money by getting food outside or going out every weekend and going out for happy hour every other night. You lose a lot of money.
Absolutely. So it's a lot easier to, like, you know, with this platform, it's easy to like weigh your options and be like, okay, do I have to go to this? Because there's another brunch tomorrow. Today
Right.
I can just relax, make myself some toast or something.
That's why I try to get people to utilize the calendar on the website, whatsthemovenyc.com. On the website, it's like a whole event calendar. You can plot out your month. You can plot out the next couple of months. You can pick your birthday event. If your birthday's next month, you can pick out what you're gonna do for your birthday now. It's just like I said, I'm just trying to make it easier for people to find all of these things that's going on.
Absolutely. So what are some of the biggest rewards that you've been given through What's the Move?
I think one is just knowing people actually utilizing it and actually coming back to What's the Move and, you know, going out and having a good time. There's so many people that hit me up and say, oh, I was just using What's the Move last week. You saved my weekend. And I was like, that's a good feeling. That's dope. It means we, you know, we're doing something right. Like the other day, somebody came from London. Like he hit me. They hit me up from London. Like, oh, well, we're coming to New York on the 13th, and we're using What's the Move to figure out what we're doing the whole
That's
time. I'm like, yo,
awesome.
that's a big deal.
Across the pond.
Right, you know? Like that's pretty dope to me. And I guess the other big thing would be back when I was like managing artists, I couldn't get into anything. Like I couldn't get into any venues, I couldn't get into any clubs. Like they were just super picky. Now it's really dope because I know a lot of the people throwing the parties, or I know the DJs or the security guards. So now I don't have to wait online as much. That's pretty cool.
That's fun.
That's pretty cool, but it's good. Yeah, I just it's good to know that like the place that I was 3 years ago, I'm no longer in that same place. Like I can tell because of the things I'm able to do now. So
And you have a What's the Move kids.
yeah, got to do something with these bad kids, man. These badass kids. Got to make sure they're in programs or something.
Honestly, because like running amok. Obviously, they can't have happy hours or anything. But
No.
what do you have for like What's the Move kids?
We have like different types of programs for them, like enrichment programs. A lot of kids like want to do things, but their parents don't know where these things happen. Like a kid might want to they want to paint. They want to be an artist, but their parents have no idea where art classes are. So we'll post art classes. Some kids want to play sports. Their parents have no idea where to go to look for good sports programs. So we'll post those. And then also we have things to do with the kids on the weekends. They don't have school. You want to keep them doing something engaging, something positive. So bring them during the summer. There was like on the Hudson, you can take your kids fishing, and they can learn about the different fish that live in the Hudson River, and learn how to fish, and learn how to cook fish, and all that good stuff. So it's just
really nice.
a bunch of different things.
How pleasant. That's like really, really cool. Because like,
Thank you.
man, nothing is worse than just like, imagine kids just sitting inside all summer.
It happens.
Oh my God, it really does. And that's the sad part about it. Like I remember like my parents would be like, go outside,
Right.
go have fun. I'd be like, all right, sick, I'll do it. And, but now they're just like, no, F you, Dad. I don't want to play this video game.
Yeah, it's different now because
It's
kids
so
are
wild.
kids are different from when we were growing
Kids
up.
are very different.
I don't trust anyone. When were you born?
1993.
Okay, you just made it.
You don't trust anyone born after
I don't
1994?
I don't trust anyone born after 94.
My thing, actually, I feel like 1993 was the last great year.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
the
94 is
last
kind of
great-
like,
On the cusp of
yeah,
like,
it's either they're incredible people
or
or
like,
they're
ooh, they're
terrible.
little like
Their little shirts. Like
the internet slang. I don't know. Like some of these kids.
I recently
don't get
worked
it.
with kids, so it's kind of like I got firsthand experience of
how they can be.
yo, it's terrible. Like they don't think for themselves. Do you know that there are a lot of schools in the country that have kids who can't tell time on analog clocks? So instead of teaching them how to tell time, they're just going to replace all the clocks with digital clocks in schools.
No.
Yes.
Oh.
Their generation, the generations after you,
They're so lazy.
no, they're doomed. Because when they enter the workforce, they're about to enter the workforce. They're like what, in their early 20s?
Yeah.
21, 22, 23. They're doomed. You see what I'm saying?
Ugh.
They're doomed because when they enter the workforce, they're so privileged and they're so... They want instant gratification. They're not going to know
They're not going to know how to work.
They're not going to know
Imagine them like having to use the phone to like do phone interviews and like call people. Like they're going to just be like, can I text them instead?
Right.
Like, oh my God, it's going to be wild.
They can't.
Them as adults. Like I can't even imagine.
And then what's going to happen? They're not going to be able to get jobs. The poverty rate is going to skyrocket because these people can't pay for anything.
It's just so sad. I can't even imagine not knowing how to do things. Like simple tasks.
Simple things.
Simple tasks. Oh my God. What
like telling time.
Telling time. It's not even hard.
It's like, that's a survival. That's kind of a survival skill.
And it's like math too. It's math.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's only multiplication by fives.
Exactly.
What's wrong with you?
Beyonce exasperated Yao.
Yeah,
like that is how you can do your 5s times tables.
Basically, but it's all bad. But hopefully,
what a shame.
One of my big goals though in life, I want to open a nonprofit that just kind of gives kids it gives them more options. Mm-hmm. I feel like that, especially with Black and brown communities, we don't have options. We don't have a facility where kids can come and work on artwork. They don't have any resources. They don't have any, they don't have paint. They don't have canvas. They don't have any of that stuff. So like if a kid is doing what they're supposed to do in school, I want to have a facility where they can come and you could be here all Saturday if you want. Use our stuff. Use whatever you want to use, all of our materials, and you'll be good to go.
Brandon, can I have a tissue, please? Sorry. As my listeners know, I have like chronic dry eyes. And sometimes they just like get really dry. And today is one of those days.
It's all good. See, I wear contacts.
I do too, but I didn't do that today. It's literally, this is like the 5th episode in a row that this has happened. So.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's like really sad.
You should just keep the tissues by you.
I guess. Now that I know that it's like a constant thing here. But continue.
It's probably humidity.
Yeah. Another reason why summer just needs to end. Maybe.
Unbelievable. Nah, but yeah, I just wanna I wanna help the next generation. I feel like the generation after you, 94 to about what?
So freaking weird.
94 till about we have kids is doomed. Ugh. So
I don't even want to think about that.
I do. I can't wait to have kids because my kids are gonna be like little superheroes.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess when our generation has kids, then maybe we can start the good cycle over again. But then, like, the 2000s kids have babies, and then it's like doomed again. Possibly.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like if our kids set the bar high, things will change. Maybe
it'll just be like every 50 years, things will be okay.
It's a long time.
Isn't that terrible?
Okay.
Like we might not see good kids. Our kids will be good, but then like their kids will be good, but then like the kids after us,
we're not gonna be able to see
not gonna be good. I can't even imagine. Oh my God. The last question though. Mm-hmm. What's your biggest goal with What's the Move?
My biggest goal with What's the Move? Well, for the end of this year, I just want to be the go-to source for everything cool in the city. Mm-hmm. Everything that's happening, every party, every event, every happy hour, to go to What's the Move because we're either going to have it or we're going to have something it's going to be lit. It's not going to be a waste of your time. Mm-hmm. And I want to hit like every major city in the country.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. And, of course, make money. Gotta get my mom a house.
Yes, always the goal.
Yeah,
to help your fam.
Yeah.
Is this monetized? Any of this?
Yeah, we make money off of like featured events and everything, and we get paid off of it. That's one thing I'm really working on, to try to monetize everything we do. Mm-hmm. What's the Move? Mm-hmm. Because well, when you sit back and think about it, there's so many different things you could do with the party industry and entertainment industry. Like we can throw events, mm-hmm. we can promote events, we can help people construct their own events. And well, one thing that we actually working on, in the process of working on now, hopefully it'll be able to launch in October. We want to sell tickets. So like
that'd be cool.
Yeah, because people are paying Eventbrite to sell their tickets, but Eventbrite doesn't promote anybody's events.
They sure don't.
They don't. So it's like, why are you breaking bread with them? And it's not like Eventbrite takes your event and says, hey, we're posting this up, we're gonna help you promote it. You have to go to Eventbrite to upload your event and then have to give them a cut of your ticket sales. And they take a lot of people don't know this, they take like $3-4 a ticket. Maybe there's a lot of different charges.
Are they on the stock market?
Eventbrite? I don't know, but
they are making
buku money over there.
I'm about to find out.
But yeah, they're taking money. They charge you to use your card. They charge you to use their service, and then they charge you, and then they charge $1 a ticket.
And then sometimes the events get canceled.
And then the event gets canceled, and Eventbrite still keeps their money.
Yep.
So it's like, why keep going to rock with Eventbrite?
I'm gonna find out if they're on the stock market.
They probably are, because they are making. I know. I read like it was like $1 billion something. They are generating money.
All right. I know what I'm doing when I get home. But yes, first stop New York City. The next stop the world.
Yeah.
I almost said Eventbrite. What's the move?
What's the move? Yeah.
What's the move?
So I'm definitely trying to, just spread and expand, help people find stuff.
I think you're gonna get there.
Thank you. I do too.
Yeah. So, the third segment of this show is called Unpopular Opinions, and all you do is just give like a hot take that you have, and we talk about it.
Okay. Now?
Yes, sir. You give one, I give one, and then everything.
I think a hot take. Oh man, I don't know, because
you can think about it. I have one.
Yeah, go ahead. You go.
I don't like Chrissy Teigen. I don't think she's.
Why?
I don't think she's funny. I think she's annoying. I like how her whole brand is built on the fact that she's like relatable and fun and all that jazz, but I think she's very annoying.
Yeah.
The other day, actually yesterday, she was on the Emmys, and someone wrote on Twitter, like some reporter girl from Texas was like...
Some reporter girl from Texas.
That's what she was.
Go ahead.
But she was like, Chrissy Teigen is beautiful, but like, why is she always invited to things because she's married to John Legend? Granted, I know she's a model. I know she does all this stuff. But like, I did get where she was coming from, because it's like a lot of like, does Chrissy Teigen get invited to things by herself besides Lip Sync Battle?
She got invited to Wildin' Out one time.
See, like that kind of stuff, like things that don't matter.
Wildin' Out's a big deal. What are you talking about? Wildin' Out's great.
Wildin' Out's not as big as the Emmys, though, or the Oscars, or the Grammys.
She's not going to any of those things by herself. Nobody's going to invite her there.
For real. So I'm just like, I don't know.
It's tricky because she has such a personality, on social media.
You know, they clapped back at this reporter girl from Texas, like John Legend and Chrissy T. That's another thing.
I believe it.
Celebrities need to stop searching their names and looking for trouble.
They have to.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
So you've never searched your name on Twitter?
Because I know no one's talking about me.
You don't know that because you've never searched your name.
I don't search my name on Twitter.
Well, I think you should go home and do that.
Let's do it right now.
Go ahead. No.
My phone is out.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
But
let me think of my hot take.
But she wasn't like tagged in it or anything. So she actually searched her name and was like, this bothers me. I'm going to write about it. And that kind of stuff, it's very petty. It's childish. And I think
she has time though.
But as celebrities, you should be above that kind of petty like you're better than them.
Well, if you think about it, that's kind of her brand too.
Petty?
I mean, just snapping at people so on Twitter.
It's annoying.
That's part of her brand.
It's just very annoying. I don't know. It's very annoying to me. And she bothers me. I don't think we would be friends.
Chrissy Teigen.
Okay, let's see. If I type in Janet Jefferson on Twitter, it's mostly
who's Janet Jefferson?
Janet Jefferson, that's me.
Okay. I thought I would say that's not her real name, is it? I was say that.
No, well, actually, her real name's Teigen. It's pronounced Teigen, Chrissy Teigen.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But she said we could keep saying Teigen because we're like used to it. But if I type in my name on Twitter, it's mostly just like the Indie Creative Network when they say like, oh, now streaming on da-da-da and Friends with Janet Jefferson. Someone wrote about as of right now, it's really not a lot of stuff about me. Except if people like retweet things that I've tweeted or this was old.
Right, but wouldn't you want to know that like that? Okay,
like
cool.
if someone was talking shit about me?
Not necessarily talking shit, but you we live in an era where somebody talking shit can lead to your demise. Because Hannibal Buress got Bill Cosby up out of here quick.
But like, I don't know. I feel like there's that, but then there's also like searching your name and then calling out people for talking bad about you. Like, if you're a celebrity, you're a public figure. Like, you are gonna get talked about positively or negatively,
but
regardless.
they're also human,
but like,
so like,
don't have to do it.
But they're human. Shit hurts their feelings too.
But you don't have, like, it's just like, if you have 10 million followers and then someone has 1,000 and you're gonna just be like to them and have your horde of fans sick,
but that
like
10
sick
million,
them, like, it's just
that
not
10 million
right.
doesn't make you less human. Like, if you write something hurtful about somebody, it's natural that they want to
It's not even hurtful. It's like,
not to you. Now, see, let's say Chrissy T. Oh, like boom. Oh, what show is that where he has the celebrities read out like all those?
Oh, is that Jimmy Kimmel mean tweets?
Yeah. Like, imagine if
well, that's funny.
It's hilarious, but it's only hilarious because the celebrities are reading them out themselves. Now, imagine if they're at home.
But like, why would you be searching your name though?
Because they're famous. They have to search.
You don't
their
have
names.
to search your name.
You kind of have to search your name when you're famous because you have to know what the masses are saying. You have to know.
I don't think you should search your name on Twitter if you're famous, because that's what happened with Nicki Minaj with that Wanna Thompson girl.
That's different. Nicki's like, she.
But no, it's like, it's definitely the same thing, because like, just because like Nicki clearly needs help, but like, the fact that like this was like it's in a way it's still all bullying.
Okay, yeah, you're right, and I guess we could chalk it up to this. It's okay to search your name, but how you react is going to determine if the like barrage of insults is gonna stop or not. Like, because if you're gonna egg on a person who's insulting you, all you're gonna do is get more insults. And
it's like, she didn't even like. I don't even think this was all that insulting. I really do think she had a point. It's like, why is she always here? Because she's married to John Legend. Yes, that's the truth. It's like, we know you have a job outside of being married to John Legend, but a lot of people don't know that, and this person probably didn't.
But how would you feel if somebody said something like that about you? You'd react. You'd react too.
I don't know.
You would.
And I get how like it was noble in a way of John Legend to clap back at this woman as well, but I'm like, dude, you just got an EGOT. Like, relax. Like, just revel in the moment. We don't have to do this. I just think it's like, I just don't. But all that to say, I just think Chrissy Teigen's annoying, and
that's terrible.
I just think
she seems pretty cool. She cooks.
Let me see her sign. I don't.
She's a great chef.
Let's see why I don't like her. If it's like
she's no Aisha Curry, but she can cook.
Let me see.
I still got to think of my hot take. Okay, I got a hot take. I think that there's really only 2 albums we should be talking about for album of the year.
What are they?
Nipsey Hussle's.
I didn't listen to it because he said that homophobic thing, and I was like turned off.
All right, you got to go back and listen to that because he explained that, and the media is dangerous because they take things and blow them up and blow it out of proportion. But Nipsey Hussle and J-Rock are like the only 2 albums.
I haven't heard J-Rock either, and because I just haven't had the time.
It's only 8 songs.
Hey,
it's like 8 songs.
8 songs is still a lot. Oh, Chrissy Teigen is a Sagittarius, so I feel like I should like her more, but I don't know. I just don't.
I get that.
But
I get that.
So why do you think those are the albums that we need to be listening to?
Because if we're talking hip hop and rap albums, those were like the only 2 that me personally, I hate everything. That's my high. I hate everything. You can sit here and name a bunch of artists, and I'll probably hate all of them. So go ahead, test it out if you want to. I think everybody sucks.
Kendrick Lamar.
Come on, it's Kendrick Lamar.
J. Cole.
He's cool. He's boring as hell. Drake is an actor. He's really good at acting like a rapper. Like 100%. I've been trying to tell people that for years, but nobody listens to me. Have you said that before?
I hate Drake.
I don't hate him, but it's like,
I don't like the hype surrounding him because I don't think it's justified because he is an actor acting as a rapper.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I think I said that a couple episodes ago.
That's
and
crazy.
I was like, thank God.
I've been saying that for years. It's
what a
like
blessing.
Drake, he's good for a good record, but it's like, was it really that good, or are we just caught up in the fact that it's Drake?
Right.
Most of the time, I think it's just people just hype because it's Drake.
But yeah, Nipsey Hussle, I couldn't listen to it because of the thing, the whole controversy. I was like, this is just wrong and mean.
You got to go back and listen to his explanation. He's not that guy, and I think that see stuff like that. Like when I said we're gonna paint ourselves into a corner to where we don't like anything because Nipsey Hussle. I can understand why you feel the way you feel about what he said, and because the way he tried to, I get the message he was trying to get across, but the way he said it was really effed up. It was. But if you were to actually listen to the other things that Nipsey said, or watch his other interviews, or listen to his music, you'd understand that this guy is nothing but positivity. He's not that. He used to be that bang bang shoot 'em up, I'm gonna kill all of these dudes kind of rapper, but he's not that guy. Now he's talking about black excellence and retaining ownership of our neighborhoods and success. He's talking about such great things. So it's kind of like all of that is overshadowed because he said one thing, he delivered a message wrong. So it was kind of like you.
And I don't really like listen to him before, so I'm like,
no, I get it, and I get it. It's like it's gangster rap, so it's not really for everybody.
It's not for all of us.
Yeah, it's not everybody's cup of tea, and I get that. But it's like I think that for this situation specifically, I think you should go back and listen to his explanation on that, and then listen to some of the records on that new tape because it's such positive music. It's really, really good positive music.
And what about J-Rock?
J-Rock has been TDE's like sleeper agent forever because he was originally supposed to be the leading artist off of TDE, and then Kendrick just blew up, and there was nothing they could do about that. That was organic. But J-Rock has grown into his own and really found a sound. It's kind of similar to Kendrick's, but it's so J-Rock. Like Kendrick couldn't do this J-Rock stuff right now. I wouldn't want to hear it from Kendrick. But J-Rock's album is just sonically is good. It's just a really good project. Kendrick actually helped produce a lot of it, so I can see how the sounds are super similar.
Yeah, I saw J-Rock at Made in America, and I enjoyed him because he has like a lot of energy. I enjoyed the energy.
Yeah,
and of course that song off of the Black Panther soundtrack is like the best song on
King's Dad.
It's the best song on that album.
Yeah, I love it. Now that song is on his album too.
Is it?
Yeah, and it's crazy. That was at first the leading single off the album because it came off of the Black Panther soundtrack. But then they switch it to Win, 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 Win. That's like the
I know that song
but
too.
Just think about the caliber of those songs. Everything else kind of matches, and you'll understand King's Dead so much better when you hear the rest of the album.
You know what? Maybe tomorrow.
No, I'm telling you.
Tomorrow is the day. Or maybe
you.
while I'm in the shower today. So let me think of the albums that came out and let me hear your takes on them.
Okay.
Daytona by Pusha T.
It sucked.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I love Pusha T. I grew up, I was really listening to the clips. So, but it just wasn't it. Bar for bar, it was fire. Don't get me wrong, like he can rap. That's what Pusha does, but it wasn't that good of a project to me.
I'm going to all the albums that I've saved this year.
Okay.
Some of these are just like all kind. I've just listened to all these genres. Everything Was Love is trash.
The Jay-Z and Beyonce album?
Trash.
You think it was trash? It was good music. Like it was really.
It was good for the moment.
It was well pieced together music. I feel like we don't have mature music anymore. Everything is. It's like. It's either they have colorful hair, or they're like respectable citizens. That's it. That's all. There's no in between, and their music shows that. Although I kind of like 6ix9ine. That's probably another hot take. I like 6ix9ine's music.
So he was also at Made in America, and I was like, I cannot tell you,
people
that
love him.
Crowd was massive. Like people love him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I still don't get it, but I get it at the same time. Like I don't get it because like it's just not my taste.
Right.
It's so funny how I'm in this industry because I'm like, his lyrics are just so vulgar.
But everything we've been listening to.
I know.
You know who he reminds me of, and everybody says I'm crazy? He reminds me of 50 Cent a lot.
Because they're both like combative.
Not just but 6ix9ine, he's doing it to troll, same way 50 did.
But he's still trolls.
Right.
Ugh.
He's doing it because he wants you to talk about this situation. Because if you're talking about this situation, you have to talk about anything else he's done. So they're brilliant in that sense. I'm telling you, 6ix9ine is low key the king of New York, but we don't have to. I'm telling you, I don't know anybody else that makes better music than him from New York right now.
Ooh, I'm sweating. Did you listen to Hive Mind from the internet?
No, I'm not. I've never really been a big internet fan.
That was a great album. It's very funky. I'm a big
I
fan
believe
of the
it.
funk. Did you listen to Invasion of Privacy?
Yeah,
How'd you feel?
Atlantic has some really good producers. They got really good executive producers, some good songwriters. Like, I mean, Cardi can sit here. She writes a lot of her stuff, but she ain't write all of that.
No, certainly
There's no
not.
way.
Certainly
There's no way.
not. Certainly not.
That wordplay was just way
A little too
yeah,
advanced.
it's like, all right,
and
nah.
a little advanced for her.
I'm not even trying to say it like that, but like
I am. A little
about my
advanced.
coins like Mario. Yeah, they call me Cardi.
I run this shit like
She
Cardi.
said
Yo.
eating halal, driving a lamb. That wasn't Cardi. Eating halal, that was the hottest shit I heard in a long time. Eating halal, driving
There was
a lamb.
another line that Cardi B said. I think it was on Motorsport. What was that line? Oh my god.
Oh, the thing about Jared, right?
No.
About the sub- that
oh
was
no,
pretty- that was
that's
pretty
on.
dope.
That's No Limit. But that is a good. Stop with all the subs, bitch. I ain't Jared.
Yeah, that was
Brilliant.
dope.
No, it was the line. It was in Motorsport. It was it's like in my head. It's just like
What are some of the words? I might know.
it's like the pussies think they catfishing.
I
That
don't see,
whole.
nah, I don't
hold on,
remember.
I need
That's
to.
not-
I need
that
to
word's
Google
not
it.
good
I
enough.
need to Google it. Hold on a second.
I really hated like almost everything Kanye did this year.
I
That verse with
loved-
Lil Pump is fire though.
Yeah, it's so misogynistic, but I'm like, ooh, but it's so good at the same time.
Yeah, it's great.
It's
I can't even knock
so
it.
good. And and we always like to, it was, God, I love this line. These hoes ain't what they say they are, but they pussies think they catfishing. Do you know how brilliant that
That's
is?
pretty dope.
So loaded.
I believe she did that. Nah, I believe that.
Maybe.
I believe she did.
I don't know. But that for like days, I was like, you know that meme of like Elmo with the fire in the back?
Uh-huh.
That's how I felt for like days. I'm like, ah! But no, that Lil Pump one is good with Kanye.
Yeah, I love that record. And I swore off Kanye like 3 months ago.
KTSE is actually one of my favorite albums of the year.
KTSC. Why?
Teyana Taylor's album that Kanye did.
Oh, I didn't like that album.
What? I loved it.
I feel like
thought it
she
was
said, it
so-
wasn't done. And if you listen to it,
Oh,
it's
it's
like,
certainly not finished.
It's not finished.
But I do enjoy what I heard.
Now imagine what it would have been
If we
If
got
it-
that
the
Lauryn Hill
full-
sample like they said.
Not just that, just the full album. Like you could hear it. It just wasn't. It wasn't finished.
And that's a shame because she was the only like woman that
that
he was
lineup, yeah.
releasing in that lineup, and she really got like she was the
She
runt. She was the
always-
runt of the litter.
She always gets the ass end of deals when it comes to good music, though. Like,
She needs to leave.
Yeah,
She really needs to leave.
think a lot of
Respect
those-
yourself.
Big Sean too. He's another one.
Yes.
All right, here's a hot take for you. Big Sean is better than a lot of people.
Oh yeah, that's
but
not a hot
he's
take. That's a fact.
But because he
To
doesn't
me.
get that, it's a fact. Yeah, it's a fact. But because he doesn't get that shine, he doesn't get that look. He's not always in your face on everything else. You kind of like push
Forget
him to
about
you
him.
Forget about him. Push to the back burner because Dark Sky Paradise was fire. That was the album before.
Yeah.
What's the one that just came out? His most recent album.
My dang. Oh my God.
I know.
I decided.
I decided it was a great body of work.
Yeah, it
But
was.
we don't. Big Sean puts out good projects.
He's like.
Well, more recently.
He kind of reminds me of like I don't even want to say it. I don't think it's mean, but I feel like it's accurate. Like when you go to a barbecue and there's like that hot dog that like you
ugly
let
hot
burn,
dog?
you let burn for a little too long and then no one wants to touch it. But like burnt hot dogs are really good, but like
They are.
that one's a little like I don't want to pay attention to
It's
it.
a little crispy.
Yeah, he's like he's the one that people don't really want to pay attention to, but you acknowledge that it's there.
Yeah.
He's that burnt hot dog. Poor
Poor
Big
Big
Sean.
And it sucks because he's really talented.
He
So,
is. Oh my gosh, I was a huge fan of what was his first album? Dang.
Hall of Fame. Finally famous.
Yeah, the first like studio I guess
album?
was finally famous.
Yeah.
Loved that album.
Yeah, it was a good album.
Loved it because I was like, I guess a little late, but I heard Big Sean when he was on that deep cut from My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy called "See Me Now,"
Yeah.
and I was like, who is that?
Right.
And then after that, I was like, Big Sean is so cool.
I think it was Detroit that did it for me, that mixtape. Like I always knew who he was. I was always kind of following what he did. But when he put out Detroit, that mixtape, that's when I was like, nah, like
He's
this
so
dude is
good.
serious.
He's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
But like I said, that burnt hot dog in the back.
You never know because you Looking over it.
Acknowledging all the other like perfectly charred hot dogs.
Right.
Poor thing. Speaking of hot dog, well, not really, but like
I'm about to say, what? More barbecue
it's
sauce?
National Cheeseburger Day.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel terrible.
You don't eat meat?
No, I mean, yeah.
Oh, you just like didn't
I just
eat
didn't
it.
eat a burger today. I love burgers.
I think I might get a burger.
Yeah, why
I just
not?
have to figure out where to
Better
get
yet,
it.
I think that's what I'm gonna make when I get home.
Do it.
Yeah, turkey burgers. Good old turkey burgers.
Do it. But yeah, those are pretty good hot takes.
I got more. Like I was gonna say, you could just name anybody. I got more. Like I just music to me right now just is lazy as hell. Like remember
I feel
the
like
game?
this was a rough year.
The past,
like a lazy year.
The past couple years have been lazy to me.
I thought 2017 was a good year for music, personally.
Yeah.
What were your favorite albums of last year?
Jeez, I don't even remember.
Damn was that was 2017.
I like Damn, but it was like it's Kendrick. I expected that. You know, I don't even remember what came out last year. Did Rick Ross album come out last year? I'd Rather You Than Me.
I think.
Or was that 2016?
Did that come out earlier this year?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I've been listening to it for a minute. I'm positive it didn't come out.
I feel like it came out in like February.
No. I'm telling you, that's one of my favorite albums to date. It came out.
Oh, it did. 2007.
Last year. Yeah,
Okay.
I think that album has grown so much.
I pull up.
It's aged way well. Yeah, music is just not. It's not the same no more. It's just not the same. And you familiar with the game Def Jam Vendetta?
No.
All right, so it was a game that had just like every Def Jam artist, every rapper just in the game. It was a fighting game. But in the game, like they all had their own special moves, and they all had certain outfits that complemented them. Like you could see this person wearing that. And I said a while ago, like if they made that game again, everybody would look the same and everybody would have the same finishing move. Because rap is just who can do Migos the best.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like we're listening to the same things. Like for example, like the Young Dolphs and the what's his name, Baby, whatever. What is it?
Baby.
Something.
Lil Baby.
Like Lil Baby.
Too many Lils. They can't keep up.
I mean, that's always been around, but like I feel like all these rappers, they're the same person,
and they all look the same too. All with the little braids with the ponytails,
and or colorful hair,
and Skittle grills.
Yeah. So it's kind of like I don't feel like nobody's being original. Everybody's just trying to recreate Amigos sound.
Are there any Lils that I like? I don't know. I don't think so.
The last Lil I liked was Lil Bow Wow.
Oh wow.
It was between Lil Wayne and Lil Bow Wow. That's
Lil Wayne, he's back. Like he's coming back.
I mean, yeah, he's back in the studio and releasing music, but it's not like that. Not even Lil Wayne sounds the same. That song that he got with Swiss Beats to me is
like that song.
You like that song?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't know. I think it's because I like the juxtaposition of Wayne rapping over like a piano.
Yeah,
I think that's
cool.
really
I
nice.
like the production of it, but I feel like Wayne has been rapping like Wayne forever. We're not gonna get anything else from him.
Just like really witty wordplay and
that's it.
A lighter flick.
That's it. And he says the things that's kind of like that's silly, but it works. Like that was silly.
Wayne,
right? Like
you're silly.
And the F is for phenomenal. No, it's not. It's not. But okay, we'll accept it because Wayne said it.
Yeah.
But nah, like I don't know. Music is just I'm falling in love with music again. Like I'm starting I'm starting to get acclimated with a lot of new artists that are coming. Like Russ, for example. I like Russ.
He's just gotta close his mouth.
What's wrong with him?
He's just very boisterous, and he like.
We
know he's really good.
Yeah.
But he's like, why am I not the best? Why doesn't anyone pay attention to me?
So I never watched his interviews or heard him say anything other than make music. And I think that's good. I don't like knowing everything about these people. I just want to know that you make good music, and after that, let's leave it. I don't want to know who you're dating. I don't want to know your thoughts on politics because you probably don't know anything about politics. Just make music and stay over there.
My thing is like working in hip hop and R&B is giving me a better appreciation for music outside of the genre that I write about. Like I love me a good pop album. There were some good pop albums this year.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Ariana Grande's album was great.
I heard.
I wasn't crazy about Florence and the Machine's album, but I did give it a shot because I do like Florence's voice a lot. What else did I enjoy? There's this alternative artist that I love. Her name is Bishop Briggs.
Briggs.
Yeah, she's from the UK.
It sounds familiar.
She is so good. I love her.
I've seen her name on Twitter somewhere.
I love her so much, man.
You know who I really like? I really like Tierra Whack.
Yeah.
I like Tierra Whack. I like, Summerella.
I've heard of her.
Summerella's really dope. Like I said, I like Russ. Who else? It's really not too many people who I'm like really just fascinated with. Cause I went to school for music, so it's a kind of different. It's different for me. Like I just can't accept everything. It's like going to a restaurant and they make you this amazing dish, and when you come back, you're like, I'm getting that again, and then they give it to you and it's mediocre, and you're like, it's okay, I'll still eat it. No, I don't want this. I want the one from last time. So with music, it's like I'm not gonna just take it because this producer made it or because this artist said, this song. For example, I don't think Lil Uzi's all that good.
He's not.
Thank you. I think he has like 2 or 3 dope records, but he's not that good.
But he's got a fun personality, and that's all that matters.
That's all that
today.
matters. Like you don't have to be
him and his little
good at music.
Shoulder
right.
dance. My favorite though is that video where he's like comes up to the kids on the school bus.
I don't know. It's like my third day out here.
Oh, you kids go to school here? It's like my third day out here. I don't know. He's like eating an ice pop. I don't know. It cracks me up every time.
No, like he's a cool dude. But
the music's not great.
The music's just not it.
That's how I feel about Lil Yachty. I want to pinch his cheeks, but I cannot listen to his music.
He seems like a cool kid.
He just wants to have fun. It's just so he's so pleasant. Like he's just a cute kid.
He's a nice
he's just a cute nice kid.
He's a good kid.
He just wants to eat pizza and make music. What more can you ask for? It's just so pleasant.
Yeah, you can't knock it. You can't like that's the thing. I can't knock any of these people.
You know who's also real pleasant?
Just bad.
Post Malone.
I don't like Post Malone.
I like his personality. He just seems so nice, and his music's actually not that bad.
He reminds me of like a human cigarette. I don't like Post Malone.
He's not pleasant to look at.
No, like
just in general.
Because
he seems, I don't know, because
he looks filthy.
He does, but
he looks like if you shook his hand, it'd be sticky.
Yeah, I would think I'm a big SpongeBob person. There's an episode I think like
with Bubble Buddy.
No, it's when Plankton's family, like the Hick family, comes to visit, and one of them shakes Plankton's hand and it drips. That's what I think about when I see Post Malone. Like I think 100%. That would happen, but his music like is not bad. I think his music's actually like pretty good, and he seems very polite. He's very well spoken. See, I just think
we know too much about these artists at the point that now we're like, oh, he's a good guy, man. Like it doesn't matter. We let Bobby Brown do whatever he wanted for years, and you know what I mean. I don't know. Music is just in a rough place.
R.I.P. to music. Well, not R.I.P. but
not
like
R.I.P. But
more like it's in a purgatory.
Yeah, we're just praying that it comes out of this coma. That's all. Music is just in a coma. We're just praying that it comes out.
Who knows? Only time will tell.
I mean, everybody says it's because I'm old too.
How old are you?
I'm only 27.
Yeah.
I'm not old. I just don't like.
Isn't it weird? Like this happens to me all the time. I'm like 27. Oh, that's like old. And I'm like, wait a minute.
It's not old.
Not much younger than that. Like I used to think 25.
Oh yeah, so you're like
right. It's like I used to think that was so old, and I'm like, oof, no, that's me now. Like I'm up there.
Yeah, I used to call people who were my older cousin. He's 3 years older than me. So when I was 24, he was 27. I'm like, yo, you're old.
And now you're like, wait a minute, time. It's not.
Like, wait a minute.
Like I keep thinking that it's like 2004. It's weird. Like
what?
No, I'm serious. I'm like
that's a good 14 years.
No, that's the thing. Like it feels like. When we reference like the 70s and stuff, I feel like it was just like 30 years ago, but it wasn't. And like when we talk about the 2000s, I have to think of it as 18 years ago.
Yeah,
like
almost 20.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like when we had 9/11 last week, the anniversary of 9/11, I was like, we were talking about it at the office and they're like, how old were you when it happened? I was like 8. And I'm like, that was a long time ago. Like a really long time ago. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. That's crazy. So weird to me.
Well, I mean,
age is weird.
25 is like that's like the milestone where like after 25 it's all downhill.
That's what I keep saying.
No, it's true.
That's why I went balls to the walls for my 25th. And now everything after that is just like, well, what am I going to do? Yeah. Nothing.
After 25 it's all downhill. Like
I'll have another big birthday when I'm 30.
Right. Like
that's it.
Everything else in between is kind of just like whatever. Because after 25, you're too tired to do anything. Mm-hmm. You can't
Your
drink the same.
metabolism
Your
slows
metabolism
down.
slows down. You can't drink
Everyone
as much as you
keeps
used
telling
to.
me, they're like, when you turn 25, you're gonna just like get slow. I'm like, I'm expecting to just be like Buddy Love transitioning into Sherman Klump and just like getting real fat. But I'm like,
It's
a slow
build,
burn.
yeah.
Oh my
It's
god.
a slow build. See, like, I'm 27 now, and like, let's say I go to the gym, I'll be okay that day. But the next day is kind of like the next 2 days is kind of like, yo, why is it taking me so long to recover?
I took a dance class the other day. Friday, still sore.
It's crazy. That's
Still
crazy.
sore.
Yeah, like I can't drink the way I used to. Like
I don't drink like
can't.
that really anyway.
Yeah. Yo, so then you don't get to experience that part of 25, which is good for you.
Well,
It
it's
feels
because
terrible.
like my birth month was last month, so I really dragged it out. It was all month I celebrated. So that this month I'm
You
like,
don't even want to look at it. Yeah.
I haven't had a single drink. All I drink is water
Good for you.
and juice.
Good for you.
Because I'm just like, I've gotten it out of my system. Now it's time to
I'm good. Yeah,
an
like I'm
adult.
okay now. It's time to be an adult.
time to be an adult.
Now, everybody needs those points in time, though, where you're like, all right, I need to stop drinking and smoking for a good month, maybe 2, get my life together.
And sometimes it's just like, it's like not even at the. It's just it's different for different people. But I'm just like,
Yeah.
what's the point? What's the point of having a drink?
I could think of several reasons,
I'm
but
sure, I'm sure when I had my moment earlier this morning, I was like, oh, I need to get a drink, but
no.
that passed.
It's just drinking in moderation. Like, you don't need, like, if you go to Duce Palooza, you don't need.
I don't need to go to Duce
Deuces.
Palooza.
Yes, you do. It's pretty dope. They've always been pretty dope, but you don't need like 5 Duces. You don't need 5 of them. Right? You see what I'm saying? You don't need 5. Get yourself 2 or
1
3.
is enough.
Get 2 or 3.
2.
4 is like, all right, easy killer. But 5 is like, you need to sit down.
For me, 2 is like, yo, you need to relax.
But like you said,
but
you
I'm
don't drink
small and I don't drink a lot.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Can you imagine? There are people that are like just back to back, going back and
They
forth
have
to
a
the
death
bar.
wish.
No, they don't. They need hugs.
They need
a
love.
little
They don't
deeper
love
than-
her.
it's a little
She don't
deeper
love
than
herself.
It's a lot deeper than that.
She don't love herself.
But regular stuff. I'm
Oh.
just I'm embracing age though. Like, I know I'm getting older, so the things I want out of life are changing. Like, I used to want to just have like the dopest thing, or I wanted to be the dopest person, but now it's kind of like I just want to do something cool, make money, and kind of disappear.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to see
Whoever
me.
sees it, and whoever don't.
doesn't. As long as it's doing what it's supposed to do,
And I'm
okay.
enjoying and happy with my results. That's all that matters.
Yeah, but it comes with age. Because like 25, I feel like that's when you're looking at like, damn, I'm 25. I got 5 more years till I'm 30. I got to do something. I got to pull a rabbit out of a hat or something. Like,
Do I think that? No, I'm just going with the flow.
okay, that's good.
As of now.
As of now.
I'm sure things will change within the next like couple months.
Well, you just hit 25, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah. Give it like 2-3 months. You're gonna
Okay.
be
So like December, I'll be like,
yeah. Especially December, because it's gonna be the end of the year. So you're gonna be like, what did I do this year? You did great
this
all
is
year.
my
Relax.
favorite year.
Yeah?
I think of my entire life.
That's what's up.
2014 was pretty good too, and so was 2015.
That's another thing that comes
Except
with
for the
age.
end.
You don't remember it. I don't remember 2014.
You know what it is?
Like, at all.
I don't know if it's like because I'm superstitious, but the odd numbered years of my life have been horrific. So actually 2015 was not great. It was the end of 2015 that was pretty bad, but the rest of it was decent. But the even numbered years have been so good. So 2016, great. 2018, literally the best year ever. But like every odd numbered year has been so bad. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, it's something I just keep noticing. It's weird.
You got to take note of it. Find the correlation.
I'm telling you, it's
It's something.
odd numbered years.
I could believe that.
It's bad.
I don't know. 2018 was a good year for me too, though.
It's been
a
a really
can't
pleasant
complain.
year. I
Yeah.
think, like, we took whatever was bugging. I feel like, the outside factors of the world, like, we had a new fuckboy in charge, and that kind of just, like, lowered morale.
Yeah,
and
it did.
everything else kind of
As a
just
country.
spiraled
Yeah.
downwards. So I'm like, you know what? We have to pick the pieces back up. 2018, we know what we need to do and how we need to fix our own, like, and the whole conversation about like mental health and sanity and stuff that came into play. So you're like, wow, we have to worry about ourselves.
I'm so happy those conversations are happening.
Me too.
A lot more. And I hate that people find a problem with the fact that those conversations are coming up more, because it's like, how else do we spread the word that mental health is a big deal if we don't talk about it, or people don't share their stories, or they don't find things in common with other people.
Right. The more we keep throwing it under the rug, the more issues we're going to have with people like committing suicide and having like drug related mental health disorder, over like all that stuff. It's just like we need to, the more we talk about it, the more we can raise awareness. Absolutely. And the more we can maybe somehow help someone who probably didn't think they could talk to somebody about that issue.
Right. It's just, it's tricky. It's tricky stuff, but like I said, I like that we having those conversations and stuff, and people are starting to be a lot more open to discussing how they feel about things. And yeah, there's
Shout
a lot
out to
of good
everybody.
books out. Yeah, there's a lot of good books out about stuff like that. You ever read the Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck?
Yes.
Changed my life.
Great book.
Changed my life. It made me realize I don't give a shit about any of this stuff that I thought I cared about. And after you realize that, you're like,
we were just on a big ball of gas and water. And that is it.
Yeah.
Like what's our purpose? Whatever.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
You gotta make use of your time. That's all. You don't get too much time on Earth. You make use of it. But that's all. Other than that, what's the move? That's all I do. That's all I do.
That's a good way to put a pin in it. So that's all for And Friends with Jane Jefferson. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Jane Jefferson. Follow the show on Instagram at And Friends Podcast. And don't forget to subscribe to the show on iTunes, the podcast app, and Google Play, where you can stay up to date on new episodes when they become available. And if you'd like to be a guest host on the show, hit me up at andfriendsguest@gmail.com and we'll keep in touch. Extreme thanks to my guest host for today, Taqee for being awesome. So do you have anything to promote on your end?
Yes. What's the move? If you're looking for something to do, if you're tired of going to the same spots, if you need a place to take your date, you want to go get a drink, go get something to eat, check out what'sthemovenyc.com or What's the Move NYC on social media platforms. And we're just the plug for the city. We're going to make sure that you have a good time, you have a good weekend.
That's all we want in this world.
Yeah.
Good times, positive vibes.
That's it.
And no sweating, because summer is almost over.
I sweat in the winter too.
I do. It's like I really am just like a sweaty person.
Yeah, no, me too.
So it's gonna be regardless. It's gonna be hot.
It's gonna be like 20 degrees. I'm still gonna be sweating.
Because you have all these layers now.
Right.
So it's gonna make it even worse.
It's like it's no winning.
Never. It's L's all around.
Right.
L's all 2018.
All year. These L's are season all year long, man. There's no season breaks.
Never. But that is all for And Friends, guys. Read my article, my first print cover story on social media, and then you could pick it up at any Barnes & Noble store, I'm sure, on October 8th. Then bring it to me and I'll sign a copy. I don't know.
I hear that. You better go ahead.
But yeah, do that. Listen to And Friends. Tell a friend. Tell your mom. And we'll see you next episode. Bye, everybody.
Peace.
Woo!